Hello, students. So, this is your teacher Carl teaching you health education. So, before we go to your topic, let's read first about your conversation.
Why Crew Ceremony? Why Crew is the ceremony at the beginning of the school year when the students show the respect to their teachers. We thank teachers for the knowledge they give us. We use special flowers which have meanings. Eggplant flower for respect. Bermuda grass for patience. Zora flower for sharp-witted. Popped rice for discipline. We love our teachers because they give us knowledge and they care for us when we are at school. They are our second mother and father.
Our conversation is now finished. Now, let's move on to our vocabulary. Now, please repeat after me 3 times and read the meaning in Thai as well. So, let's start with first subject mathematics, counting, 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 digit, digit, digit. Number 3, number, number, number. Now let's move on to the next subject, that is science. Number 1, extinct, extinct, extinct. Number 2, disaster, disaster, disaster. Number 3, disease, disease, disease. Now, let's move on to the next subject, that is social studies. Number 1, die, die, die. Number 2, India, India, India. Number 3, nirvana, nirvana, nirvana. Now let's move on to the next subject, that is health education. Number 1, different, different, different. Number 2, weight, weight, weight. Number 3, height, height, height. Now let's go to the last subject, that is English. Number 1, family, family, family. Number 2, great, great, great. Number 3, plan, plan, plan. So that is all about our vocabulary. Now our vocabulary is finished. Let's go to the next step, that is your dictation. Now in your dictation, please get your notebook and write the day today. After writing the day today, you are going to write numbers 1, 2, and 3 and put underline after 3. I'm going to give you 1 minute to do this one. Now, 1 minute is over. Let's start with the first dictation. For your first dictation, please write the spelling of different. Write the spelling of different. For dictation number 2, please write the spelling of wait. Write the spelling of wait. And for the last dictation, dictation number 3, please write the spelling of height. Write the spelling of height. It's time now to check your dictation. Dictation number 1, different. D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N-T. Different. That is dictation number 1. Dictation number 2, wait. Spell all together. W-E-I-G-H-T. Wait. Let's move on to the last dictation. That is height. Spell all together. H-E-I-G-H-T. Height. So that is all about your dictation. Now, our dictation is finished. Let's move on to the next step. That is lesson review. So last time we have learned about some bad health habits. Yes, we have learned about bad health habits. So these are the things that we should not do because it's very harmful in our health or in our body. So the number 1 bad habits that we have learned is drinking alcohol. Again, drinking alcohol. Number 2 is smoking. Number 2 is smoking. And for the last one, we have the glue sniffing. Again, glue sniffing. So this will harm our body and our health. Now, let's proceed to our new topic for today. So that is all about a balanced diet. So we have here a question that we are going to answer while we do our lesson or while we learn our lesson. Question number 1 is, what is a balanced diet? And question number 2, why is it important? See, these are the questions we are going to answer as we go through our discussion. Okay, so the first question, what is a balanced diet? What do you think is the answer? Yes, a balanced diet is a variety of food that made up of the 3 main food groups. Again, a balanced diet is a variety of food that made up of 3 main food groups. So that is a balanced diet. For the next question, why is balanced diet important? Again, why is balanced diet important? It is important because it helps our body grow and become stronger. Yes, it is very important because it helps our body grow and become stronger. So I have told you a while ago that a balanced diet composes of the three main food groups. So what are the three main food groups? Again, what are the three main food groups? So these are the three main food groups. We have number one, bodybuilding food. Again, number one is bodybuilding food. Number two, we have the energy giving food. Again, energy giving food. And for the last one, the last group is number three, protective food. Again, number three is protective food. So a balanced diet comes from these three main food groups. So as we go on with our discussion, we are going to learn some of the examples of food. So let's start with number one. That is bodybuilding food. Okay, so as you can see in the picture, there are some examples of food. That is food for bodybuilding. So bodybuilding food help us to grow. Again, bodybuilding food help us to grow. So some examples of food for bodybuilding foods are lentils, red meat, peanut butter, cheese, milk, beans, eggs, nuts, and yogurt. Okay, so in a balanced diet, you should have this kind of foods in your plate. Okay, so in a balanced diet, you should have this kind of food in your plate. Now let's go to number two. So we have the energy giving food. So if we say energy giving food, these are the foods that gives us energy. Again, if we say energy giving food, these are the foods that gives us energy. Examples are here. Can we please read? Or you repeat after me. Rice. One more time. Rice. Very good. Next example, bread. Bread. Great job. Next example, chapati. Chapati. Very good. Next, potatoes. Potatoes. And for the last example, we have the bananas. Again, bananas. So these are only some examples of energy giving food. Again, if we say energy giving food, these are the foods that gives us energy for us to play, for us to work, for our body to function. Okay. Next, we have number three. It is the protective food. Again, protective food. Repeat after me for the last time. Protective food. Okay, so if you say protective food, these are the food that protects us from getting sick or getting diseases. Again, if we say protective food, these are the food that protect us from getting sick or getting disease or illnesses. So examples of food for protection is vegetables and fruits, as you can see in the picture. Now, let's read some examples of the food. The first one, we have the apples, pears, bell pepper, celery, carrots, peaches, grapes, cherries, strawberry, kale, and lettuce. So that is the food for protection. So every day we need to fill our plate with bodybuilding food, energy giving food, and protective food. So that is a balanced diet. As you can see here, we have there an example of a balanced diet. Can you see the plate? Yes, okay. So it has bodybuilding food, right? It has also energy giving food. And we have also the fruits and vegetables that are protective foods. So if we want to have a healthy body and a stronger body, we need to have a balanced diet. Okay, students, take note. As you can see the picture, it's very fat. So eating too much of any one kind of food is bad for our bodies. So if we only eat fruit, it will be bad in our bodies. If we only eat food for energy, it will also be bad with our bodies. So do not eat too much of any one kind only of food. Understand? Do not eat too much of only any one kind of food. Okay, so there is one more. Take note of this class. Eating too little food from one group is also unhealthy. So if you eat only little of vegetables and eat a little of meat, that is not good for your health. So eat a balanced diet. That is why it is called a balanced diet. Okay, so for you to understand more the lesson, we are going to have an activity, answer the question. So in answering the question, you are going to write the answer only in your notebook and please write the title of your activity, that is answer the question. Write answer only, students. For question number 1, what is the diet that has variety of food that is made up of the 3 main food groups? Again, what is the diet that has variety of food that is made up of the 3 main food groups? So that is question number 1. Question number 2. What group of food provides us energy? Again, what group of food provides us energy? For question number 3, what group of food provides us protection? Again, what group of food provides us protection? For number 4 question, what group of food helps us to grow? Again, what group of food helps us to grow? And for the final question for this lesson, what group of food does cheese belongs to? What group of food does cheese belongs to? So it belongs to, is it belongs to food for energy? Is it belongs to food for protection? Or is it belongs to bodybuilding food? Okay, so that's all for today, students. If you are finished, please submit your activity in the album that I'm going to make. Okay, so goodbye, students, and see you next time.